Now, This American Life. Well, or This American Life. It's about a man named Tim. Call him Tim. Because I see Tim right there. Call him Jim. There's a guy named Jim. He was unfortunate. He was born into a broken home. He was born not having everything the one was going to have in a happy, healthy home. And he made a mess of things. And he made a mess. He got kicked out of school. He got in fights. He stole. He lied. Cheated. When he was 13 years old, his mother caught him stealing change out of her purse, and she kicked him out of the house. So Jim went to the local junkyard. In the back of the forgotten lot, he found a car that was abandoned, and he painted the windows black, and he made that his home for the next several years. He'd go to the local grocery store, steal some food, and steal a bottle of wine, so he could drink himself to sleep every night, lest he be overcome by the fear of the darkness. And over time, he continued to steal and cheat and fight. He tried to grab what he could for himself, but it was never enough. And then he began to smoke. And then he began using PCP and then into heroin. And he devolved into addiction and incarceration. He'd go through periods of sobriety and of being free. And finally, in later life, he's grown up and he made this decision to turn his life around. And things were going well. And he was sober, and he was in a good program, and he was working, and he was finding his life was still missing something. He's still searching for that hole to fill. He got signed up with this youth league, youth recreational league, and it was good. And they gave him kind of the bad news bears. They gave him the kids who were just the worst, the kids who never touched a baseball mitt before, the kids who were like him, missing some of those things you need in a healthy home. And hearing the interview with the kids, it's traumatic. Like they had the worst language, and they were mean to him, and they were rude, but they began to respect him, and he loved his team. And they began to call him coach. And they began to find dignity. He began to find that he could respect himself. And I thought, this is the greatest story. This is it. This is what we started books about and movies about. But it wasn't over. Because then the season ended, and he fell back in his bad ways. And he stepped on things all over again. And he tried to grab the world, and it wasn't enough. He fell back into addiction, and he passed away. So it's a beautiful story. It's actually a terrible story. And then I was mad at the radio. Why did they leave me alone? Because there wasn't a storybook. It wasn't a fairy tale. It wasn't a movie. It was real life. It was real life. Where he found for a moment respect, and for a moment he filled it with something, but it wasn't full. There was a hunger still deep within him. It wasn't being satiated. It wasn't complete. And he kept searching, and he couldn't find that thing that he needed. And then we have the scripture this morning of King David. And King David is the exact opposite, right? He has everything. David has everything the world can possibly give. And yet, his story is the same as Jim. His story is the same. King David was born strong, strapping young man. He fights lions and bears. He tries to steal from from this fold. He protects them as a good shepherd. He goes out when the whole army of Israel is terrified of the Philistines. David stands up, fearless, knowing that God is with him. He becomes king, he's anointed king, and spends the next several years fleeing from King Saul. But in that time, he's consolidating. He's consolidating power and friends, and he's building a coalition around him. And by the time he enters into his kingdom, and the time he enters into Jerusalem, he will do something that had never been done before. That had never been achieved since. He consolidated one kingdom, one Israel. David did something remarkable. He came in and he had a kingdom. And he had power. He had power over life and death. He had wealth. Right? He didn't just have box seats at Alabama or Auburn. He owned the teams. They played at his pleasure, right? King David had chariots, he had entertainment, he had feasts, he had pleasure. All the pleasure that he could dream of. David had it all. And then the story begins. And this is one of those iconic beginnings. It's one of those beautiful beginnings that you read sometimes that just stand out in literature, like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. My name is Ishmael. It was the springtime. when the kings went off to war. It's one of those iconic lines. It's the beginning of the story of David. Because when the kings go out, when the world itself is blossoming and blooming and fertile, the kings go out to protect their lands and to fight for their people. David had grown fat, lazy, and old. David was sitting back in the kingdom when he should have been off protecting his people. He was still trying to reach out and grab something more for himself. He was still hungry for something that he couldn't find in the world. So David, wandering around the palace, he sees Bathsheba in the moonlight, and her beauty overthrew him. And this isn't a story of love or romance or grace. This is a story of power and corruption. This is a story of the Me Too movement. This is a story of David reaching out and trying to grab one more thing for himself, trying to take with his own hands to fill that void he felt. And it's bad, right? It is bad, it is wrong, and it's terrible. And he finds himself in that situation. But David is king. David has power over life. And so he says, maybe if we just take away your eyes, maybe everything will be fine. We'll just forget it, sweep it under the rug, and keep our secrets in the dark. But it's not. And when Nathan confronts him, right, David finds himself at the time when he should have everything. He finds himself in the Lord with nothing. David was so hungry for that one thing that the world could not give that he was willing to even take lives. To take Bathsheba's life. To take Uriah's life. There is this hole, this space. If we're created in the very image of God, if we are created in the very image of God, then God is imprinted upon us in our DNA, in our cells. That we're searching and longing for an experience of God. Yes, we're made fully human. Yes, we are flesh in this mortal world. And yet, there's a spark of divine within us that makes us hungry to long for something more. And so, this man Jesus comes and he begins teaching. And Jesus is good. He's a good teacher. And he can throw down, but there were other good teachers. He speaks words of wisdom, but there were others who were wise. He speaks poetically, but they were great poets, right? And people begin to follow him as the Messiah, but he was not the only one who called himself a Messiah. And so why is it that we follow Jesus? Why is it that this one changed the world? Why is it that those other philosophers and poets and prophets get forgotten and lost to time? And yet this one, this random man, way out in the backwoods of Galilee, in the forgotten parts of Israel, he spoke with a difference. And how come after 2,000 years with the church trying to screw it up as much as we can, we still follow this man? That we've caused wars and broken lives. We've led to death and to fighting and degradation. We push people out. We call people names, and we continue to hurt people. And yet, we come on Sunday morning when you could be playing golf, when you could be making pancakes or gardening, when you could be anywhere else. You come, you sit on these nice, beautiful hardwood pews. You're bored to tears of long and terrible sermons. You come, right, and you give money into the offering plate. You give your time, your energy. You come to hear an ancient story about this man from Galilee. Why do we come week after week? Why do we believe in this man Jesus? Because in him, just like the disciples, that we taste something, that we experience something real. That thing that we've been searching for and hungering for and longing for. Because the truth is, we're neither Jim nor King David, but we are somewhere in the middle. Right? Because you go through high school and you graduate college and say, if I can only find the right school, then I'll be complete and I'll feel full. And you say, if I only get the right job, or if I only find the right relationship, so we pursue these relationships. And then you say, well, if I only have kids, maybe then my life will be full and perfect. If I only move up in my profession, if I only get a better job or a higher promotion, if I only get the nicer house or a better car, if I only have amazing vacations and trips and adventures, what if on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram I can make everyone jealous of how great my life is? Then I'll feel full. Then I won't feel lonely late at night when I'm going to bed. Then I won't stand in the crowd with a million other people and feel all by myself. Maybe if I can just grab enough of the world. And yet we still feel alone. And yet we still feel empty. And yet we still walk around having everything or nothing at all. You can still feel hungry. But when we come to church, we experience grace. We come to church and we experience this thing that Jesus said when he said, I am the bread of life. For those who come to me shall not hunger, but have everlasting life. We come and we experience God. And all of a sudden that loneliness, that void, that incompleteness is filled. All of a sudden we experience what our very soul is crying out for. We experience it through the education we teach for our children in Atrium. We experience it in the pool parties and pizza that we give to our youth. We experience this good news, this bread of life in our Bible studies, in our worship, occasionally in sermons. We experience this bread of life together as a community that stands with us, and cries with us, and calls us to make sure that we're okay. We experience this as sacred ground, and we come back week after week. In spite of the church, we come back because it's real, because you can feel it, because you know it in the place where God made you. And that was true in my life. That was true in my life. Right? Where my parents got divorced when I was very young. And we had a lot, but not enough. My mom was raising us as a teacher and 3 young kids. And I always wanted more, right? I felt like I always wanted more. I always wanted a better trapper keeper to go to school with on the first day. I always wanted like the new baseball mitt or a baseball mitt. I wanted a hat. I desperately wanted a hat. And so many little things that I just couldn't do, that my family just couldn't provide. But I go to church and I feel full. I go sometimes because my mom made me, but I went because I felt full. You go to church where you see the people in the pews in front of you and behind you, and you feel love, and you feel grace. You go down to Sunday school, and you feel accepted. You have conversations, you feel right. That worship is where my heart and soul needs to be. And so I pursued. Ran 2 classes in psychology. How do we make those brains of ours full and complete and healthy? And that was almost there. And then we studied philosophy, and philosophy is good. We're ascending to the higher order of things. And then I discovered theology. We'll say it's the highest of all that is. It's that thing that my soul is searching for, and I desperately desire to know God and to seek Him. And I find it through this church. In all of its brokenness, I find it here. And I want to share it. Now that I've been fed, now that I've eaten, now that I've experienced life, I want to give it to others. And so I've devoted my life to the next 40, 50 years of my career to share that, to stay that, to find people, because I walk through the world every day, seeing people who are dying. I walk past people every day who are dead. Not y'all, but other people outside the church. I walk past people who are dead, people who have careers that are great, people who have honorific titles, people who have homes and vacations that I dream about, who are empty and miserable, who've sought the best of life through their relationships, through their friendships, through their power, through everything they can grab with 2 hands, who are dead. And I want to grab them and reach out until I pull them back into the church and say, man, what you're looking for is here. What you're looking for is God, and we have it for you. And it's abundant. And eat and sit and eat with me. And we're at a place and time at our church, the Life of St. Thomas, where God is here. We're at a time and a space where God is here, and people are being fed, and we are being fed. We have visitors every week who are coming in and being fed, and new members every week that are coming and wanting to experience this grace that can only come from God. And we're at a moment where this is good, and we're running out of space. We're running out of space for our atrium, for our kids downstairs. We're running out of space for our youth after their house was destroyed. We're running out of space for our fellowship events, where we can say, yes, we do want to do this event in the fall, but we can't do it too big because we just don't have enough room. Where we are growing and growing, and we need the space to reflect. And so this fall, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about our stewardship campaign, which we talk about every year, and our capital campaign to build more space. Space for our youth, space for our adult education, space for the mission and outreach that God God calls us to do. We need more space to thrive. And we're going to talk about money. But it's not because we love buildings. And it's not because we need money. Because I believe if the walls fall down, we can put up a tarp and still meet together and be fed and feast on the Word of God. Because it's not about the building. And it's not about the money. It's about being fed. That we believe there's something good happening here and we want to share that news. That we want to bring in every single person that we can. That we want to expand so that people can taste and see and experience the life that God is calling us to live. And so we're going to talk about money only in the context that we need it to continue to glorify God. To do His mission. To give people that bread. The bread of life. The bread of life. And so as we move through the fall, I want you to think of how you're being fed. Every conversation we have, I want you to think of how you're fed. Through your church, in your church, with your church. To eat that bread of life that you experience God. And I want you to think about what it's like to find someone who's on the side of the road hungry and desperate. And we have a responsibility to feed them too. We have a responsibility to use these gifts to pass out the bread, to feed the hungry, to find the lost, to find the gems of this world, the King David's, and say, here are your home. Here are your home. In Jesus Christ, you are full, you are complete, you are home.